Hello, welcome. So, have you decided to give up on the world of dating? Do you need a reminder of why you came to that decision in the first place? Well, if that answer was yes, do I have the thing for you today? We're going to look at r/Tinder. Yay! So, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in listening to today, then please do stick around and enjoy. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Oh, but before we get started, I have something to share with you all that I have to tell you all because it was so fun. It happened to me yesterday. So basically, I answered the door to an Amazon delivery driver and she was like, "Do you hear a weird squeaky noise?" I was like, "No." Why? She's like, "I can hear like almost as if it's like a really small kitten." And I was like, "I can't hear fucking anything." Bear in mind, my right ear is not great. So I was just like, "No, I don't hear a thing." Next minute, I hear it, and I was like, "Where the hell is that coming?" So we're both looking around, probably looking like weirdos. And next thing, this little kitten comes running across my front garden, just like tiny little kitten, probably about 10 weeks old at best. And it just comes running up, basically. My eldest kid said I almost pretty much pushed straight past the Amazon driver to get to this kitten. And the thing nearly ran up my leg. So I pick it up and I'm thinking, okay, so this is a baby. Still, when they even still have the fat bellies because they're so little. So I thought, right, I'm going to have to try and find whose owner this is. So then I went up and down the street. We knocked on a few doors of people that we knew and tried to find this kitten. Finally found the kitten's home. The girl who owned it, her friend messaged me and said, "Oh, it's one of hers. They keep escaping because they follow their mum out." I'm thinking, okay. So she was like, "Oh, it's just down the road from you, blah, blah, blah." So she goes, she said that you can just open the door. She's not there, but you can just open the door and put it back in the house. The door's unlocked." And I'm thinking, you've gone out and left your entire front door unlocked. And you don't feel concerned about this at all. Like, you just do this all the time. And now you're offering a complete stranger you have never met. Because I've never met this girl, by the way. She lives on one of the little offshoot cul-de-sacs off of my street. I've never met her. And she was just like, "Yeah, no, it's fine. Just open the door and put him in." Get to her house. There was another bloody one there. Another tiny little kitten. But luckily, I didn't have to just kind of like open her door by myself with no witnesses to put these cats back in. Because knowing my luck, she'd get robbed later that day and then blame would be on me. Her friend come around the corner and she's like, "Oh, it's fine, we'll put them back in." So her friend was there then and we stuck them back in the house and that was that. But it was so cute and it was a proper little side quest. I was like, before that happened, I was literally sitting there thinking, what can I have for my tea tonight? And then, I went on a little side quest, didn't end up eating till 8 p.m, which did not do my reflux any good, might I say. Anyway, let's get into the post, shall we? God, nearly 4 minutes in and I haven't even read anything yet. So, first post, time to delete the dating apps with an update. Oh dear, what happened? So, they liked this lovely lady's photo and then she messages saying, "You have given me like 3 likes and each time I've never matched back with you. So why do you keep giving me likes? In what world would a guy like you ever get a chance with a girl like me? Open your eyes and lower your standards." Wow. So then the OP then leaves us some comment update saying, "Anyways, I replied based on popular demand with this message. Sorry, I didn't realise I liked you 3 times. Well, you're not unattractive. You just kind of look like a lot of people on this app, so I assumed you were 3 different people." I also added my personal touch at the end. "That said, remember to be kind. Everyone's just looking for a little happiness here. We'll update ASAP once I get a reply." And then they say, "Also, I would post the screenshot of my response, but I don't think I can post it here as a comment. Don't have much experience posting on Reddit, so bear with me. However, if she does reply, I will make another update post with all the screenshots." And then they go on to say, "Lastly, it's my first week on dating apps and my first match on Hinge. Please tell me it gets better. Not gonna lie, this message upset me more than it should have. I mean, yeah, you're not made of stone. Of course it will." And then update, she either unmatched me or blocked me because our conversation is not showing up anymore. Don't think this update is worthy of another post, lol. Yeah, probably not, but oh my goodness, what a cheeky mare. How rude, and like how stuck up as well. Next post, I actually want to go hide in a hole somewhere. I feel like that about general life half the time, not gonna lie. So the person they matched with said, "You look like a terrible person." Okay. Says the 27-year-old, flipping off the camera like she's in middle school, laughing my butt off. Oh my god, it was supposed to say terribly kind person, not terrible person. Jeez. And then the OP replies, "Well, I'm just going to end my life real quick. Be right back." Oh my god. Although, honestly, I would wonder if the person was actually just trolling. Like they said, "Oh, you're a terrible person" on purpose, and then they're like, "Oh my god, I meant to say terribly kind," because it's weird to get terrible person from terribly kind person. Like terribly kind person is 3 whole words you have to fuck up. Next post says, "This one I can actually believe." It says their age is 120. Their little tagline thing says, "I'm 30. My Tinder messed up my age." I see that a lot with screenshots of weirdly men's profiles. You know, because normally people say, "Oh, women lie about their age." But weirdly enough, all the screenshots I see, which are blatant lies about age, seem to be men's profiles, and I don't understand why that is, to be honest. But yeah, I think we can safely say that this one was actually Tinder messing it up. Next post, "Damn, I guess she still hates gay people. I beg your finest pardon." What? So this girl messages the OP saying, "Hi," wavy hand. OP says, "Oh man, you don't remember me," laughing smiling face. "What? You do look familiar. Did we go out?" "Nah, you stopped texting me because my friend is gay, lol. "Oh yeah, lol, bye." Why would that be a reason to stop messaging? Like, imagine being that blatant with your homophobia. How odd. Next post, "Women like this are the reason I only do coffee for a first date." Oh no. OP says, following up, "Hi, sorry, I don't know why I didn't see your message." That's okay, we're here and that's what matters. "Yeah, if you want to take me out, let's go get caviar next week." Caviar? Who the hell just flippantly says, "Oh, let's go get caviar next week"? Something I don't think I've ever said in my entire life. I don't think I'm in the right tax bracket to do that. I can't. I'll be in Hawaii all next week. I'm playing a show out there. Okay. Also, let's do something a little more low-key for our first date. No offense to you, I just don't spend a fuck ton of money on first dates. Sets a bad precedent. I'm down for brunch or lunch, though. Caviar ain't it, with a laughing face. "No, thank you." "No worries, best of luck." Yeah. I think I would be leaving that one there as well. Like, it's so weird. I've seen a few of these from like women being like, "Oh yeah, men need to pay like a butt ton on our first date or I'm not going." And I'm just thinking, why would anyone in their right mind do that? For someone they don't know well enough, have not met yet, and don't know whether they're an absolute Fruit Loop or not. Although the hints are there if you're asking to get caviar on a first date, really, aren't they? Next post, "I deleted the apps and I don't regret it." So OP in blue again, and the person they're messaging is in grey. "Hey, nice to meet someone who loves cars as much as I do. What car do you drive?" "Who says I drive? It says I fix them for my friends." "My bad. I just figured you would." Laughing face. "Do you plan on learning at any point?" "Who said I didn't learn? You're a very negative assumptions person, aren't you?" Okay, this person may be a little bit unhinged. I'm honestly more confused than anything. Laughing crying face. "Yeah, me too, OP. Me too." "You're the one being negative and assuming things." "Not sure how I'm being negative. That wasn't my intention." And then they just send a thumbs up and say, "Good luck in your search." I'm sorry, has this person never learnt how to hold a conversation in their life? What was that? Honestly, if you're gonna do online dating, at least have the social skills to be able to have a very baseline conversation. Because what the hell was that? Next post. Well, that escalated quickly. So the person they're messaging is in grey and they're in blue. I feel like I shouldn't need to keep saying this, but then all of a sudden the screenshots will switch it up on you and it'll be yellow and grey or something. Hey, princess. Hey, handsome. What are you here for? Date to marry. Simple. I like you. We're in the same boat. What kind of women do you want? White, blonde hair, need white babies. You guys think she's into me? Mysterious lady says, you have the vibe of someone embarrassingly stupid. You should probably get that checked out. Holy crap. Who hurt you? Literally. And by the looks of it, that is actually the first message that they have sent to the OP. Because yeah, I'm assuming like the you've matched bit wouldn't be there at the top if there'd been more conversations, so they've matched with them to insult them. Someone must have been having a very boring day. Also, charge your phone, OP. My goodness, you heathen. Next post. I'll be honest, this one hurt my feelings a bit, lol. I'm only giggling because I just happened to glance down a bit and think, oh my god, the audacity. Hi blank, I can't get in a relationship right now because I travel a lot, but in town to hang out. I'm sorry, I'm only looking for a relationship. Nothing casual, but I appreciate you being upfront. Here we go. You ready for the tantrum? Girl, don't you think your expectations are a little high? Look at you and look at me. Delusion is not okay. You're a 2 and I'm a 7. There are plenty of boys that'll marry you. If you got to go for guys in your range, you can take all the screenshots of this conversation you want. You can call me a bad guy. I'm only trying to help you. See, men mostly only care about looks, and if they say they don't, they gave up on themselves a while ago. No one who is actually secure talks like this. I'm not being funny. Anyone who talks like this is ugly on the inside and it radiates to the outside. Next post, she unmatched not long after. Hi, my name is Fred and I shout when I get nervous. Is that so? I also shout when people take 2 weeks to respond. To be fair, OP, I don't think I would have responded in a timely manner either. I would have needed a minute to get over being shouted at, actually. So I don't see this tactic working in the long run, my friend, I hate to say. May need to find a different way to chat people up. You know, when people try and be a bit too quirky? Like, oh, I'm going to make myself stand out, and then they go a bit too far with it. This is what this is right here, isn't it? It's not working. The Nakies are currently licking each other, and it is the most disgusting sound I've ever heard in my life. I have to listen to this at like 3 a.m. I get woken up by it when they decide they just want to groom each other. By the way, just to clarify, for anyone who's never been here before, Nakies, they are my cats. They are hairless cats. So this one says, really, it's my own fault. So this next possible love interest says, hi OP, I have a question for you that I promise you have never been asked before. Ready? I'll bet you any money the OP has been asked it before. Whenever anyone starts off a conversation like that on dating websites, you know they're going to come out with the most generic pervy shite you've ever heard in your life. It's something you've heard 5 minutes ago from another guy called Dave who probably doesn't get out much. OP says, hit me with it. Which would you say is bigger, your heart or your ass? Tough question. LOL. I was just processing the disappointment for thinking it wasn't going to be horny. Laughing my butt off. Literally, if anyone ever says, can I ask you a question? And especially if they're like, I bet you've never been asked it before, it's going to be disgusting. You just know it. You hold out hope and then they let you down every time. The OP's a little perplexed here and says, but what does that mean? I'm looking for a man who's successful and established, one who thrives in his masculine role. I've worked really hard to create a certain lifestyle and I'm looking for someone who can match that. If you have to ask what this means, bye! Let me translate that for you. What they're basically trying to say is, I want a dude who's going to pay for everything for me. Bet you any money. Next post, my bad for asking, honestly. Are you a demigod from the world of Percy Jackson? Because you're making my heart feels like it's been hit by a magical sword, and I am totally here for it. Weren't they all teenagers in that? I'm hoping I'm wrong. Haha, smooth. Never got into that series, but I'll take the compliment. So, creative writing, that's an interesting major. What have you been working on? I write... Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Am I gonna get, like, suppressed for reading this out loud? I write male pregnancy fan fiction, and I'm working on a gay male pregnancy novel as well. That's a hobby. Yep, that is one of them. That is a hobby. Okie dokie, moving swiftly on. Next one, brutal spelling error. The hottest thing you can do is grab me by my waist and kiss me. Leaves aplenty. Like general waste or recycling waste or food waste? Which one? Which one gets you going, love? Next up, we have unprovoked nastiness. Oh my goodness, rude. You have way too many demands for a 2. And you're going to be a hopeless romantic forever. And it's too many, you waste of semen. Now see, that's the right waste. Sorry, what? I go crazy for that split second when her eyes say don't, but her smile says try me. That is a charge waiting to happen, good sir. If the eyes say don't, do not. Do not do the do not go. What is wrong with you? I mean, I fear many things, to be honest. Next up, he can't be serious. Looking for long-term partner. I don't have time for girls who are not going to put me first. Not to sound cocky, but here are some numbers. Only 6% of the male population is over 6 foot. Sunglasses emoji. Not sure why that fits there. Less than 10% of males make over 100k. Moneybag emoji. Only 9% of males are in shape with a regular exercise routine. Dude looking like he's taking a poo while he's holding weights, but I know what he's doing. It just looks like he's trying to take a poo though, doesn't it? You looked out. I have all 3 in one package. So yeah, I'm picky. Shame about your personality though, innit, love? Listen. The shorter ones tend to be the more enthusiastic ones, and I'm going to leave it right there, okay? I am a tall girl, 5'11". So, yeah. I have had my share of short blokes, and they seem to be more fun, to be honest. Burnt out at 19-year-old, just wants a trophy wife. Calm down, dear, you've barely started. 19, looking for long-term partner. To be honest, I just want something real. This shit is getting depressing. I want a trophy wife. I work in construction. I like to fish and hunt. And yeah, you smoke cigs? I'm assuming that's supposed to say I smoke cigs. If it's a problem, say it once and after that, leave me be about it. My love, you're not going to get very far and you're going to be waiting a long time for the trophy wife if you don't stop just listing things that you do and actually get a working personality, like a nice shiny personality. It's amazing how far that will get you. And this is where a lot of these people on like Tinder fall flat, where they're like, I have this and I have that and I look like this. And then it's like, yeah, but you've got the personality of a septic hemorrhoid. No one wants that. Getting in the Halloween spirit. Hey blank, what's your favourite thing about October? My period blood is orange. Oh my. Sorry. What? And then they lived happily ever after. Goodness. Last post for the day. Honestly, online dating is tough out there. This man is 41. We would have some good fun together, winky face. Ugh, already I feel nauseous. I've never been to Texas, but I'd love to go. Was the food really good there? Haha, maybe because you've never typed the name blank in your phone ever. I'd hope we'd have some fun. What are you looking for on here? Yeah, I liked Texas. Can't quite recall the food, but the people are good. I'm looking for a woman who is nutty, wants to explore and spend time together and build something that is fired by desires, passion, and togetherness. I'm a horny with a sex drive, and I want a woman who isn't scared of making me hers. You look like my type of naughty. Creepy smiley face. As I write this, blood is pumping to it. Nope! Stop right there, good sir. That is enough. Naughty corner for you right now, considering you like being naughty so much. Pack it in. Why do they do this? You'll be having a lovely conversation, just normal conversation, then all of a sudden, someone turned the randiness up to 100, and all of a sudden it got real uncomfy in here. Well, that was a lovely last post to end off on now, wasn't it? If you made it all the way to the end with me today, I appreciate you very, very much. Don't forget to leave a little like, subscribe, notifications on, and that is your initiation into the Coven of Void. Welcome. Whatever it is you're doing for the day, I hope you have a really good rest of the day. Goodbye. And if you're wondering why I've changed it to the Coven of Void, it's because I was watching something earlier, like this little sort of docu-series thing, and they were on about like cults and stuff. And then people who had been in cults said they really find it like, they really don't like hearing people like joke about like cults and stuff like that. And I know obviously for a lot of us it's not that serious, but I suppose considering it's on the interwebs, for some people it is that serious. So I thought, do you know what? It wouldn't hurt to change it, would it really? So yeah, that's what we're doing. Anyway, bye!